Ladies and gents, welcome to episode 1 of Off the Record, a little podcast made by record enthusiasts here at your favourite record shop, Rockabuy Records. I'm Dan, and as always, I'm going to be joined here by some of my favourite people. I've got Chris, Tom, and right dad himself, Dean. How are we doing, gents? You okay?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good.
All good.
Exciting.
Very well, thanks. Yeah, episode 1. I think it's the start of something special. What do you reckon?
Start of the rest of our lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's really to start something really special. Yeah.
But it has been a long time coming as well, hasn't it?
I mean, we've been talking about doing this podcast for a while, and I suppose now's the time to do it. You know, it's a fresh new year, it's 2024, and we have been talking about it for a while. Why don't we just tell people what our idea is of this thing? Because, you know, some people might be listening to this, they might be thinking, who are these guys? What qualifies them to talk about some of the best albums in the world and some of our favourite music?
Yeah. Okay, so not only are we an award-winning record shop now, thanks to 2024.
Award-winning. Yeah.
Don't know. What do you reckon, Dad?
Well, we've wanted a record shop since you guys were before we were born.
Yeah.
You know, so I just think that when we opened the record shop nearly 3 years ago, you know, it was just something. It was a passion of ours. It was a passion. I mean, you were the one who talked me into it, Chris. You know, you were the one who talked me into it, and you know, I was quite happy bumbling along, working. You know,
you're working 9 till 5
as a carer. You know,
bleeding yourself dry.
Absolutely. And here we are, you know, 3 years later. So what makes us qualified? I don't think it makes us qualified at all. But I think because we own a record shop, and I think because... Are you okay?
Yeah, we're just checking it's recording.
Oh, okay, that's all right. That's okay. That's
This thing on.
Oh,
Can you tell it's the first, first podcast?
So we've got the record shop. We're award-winning record shop. So yeah, I mean, kind of makes us qualified. But we're just gonna have fun. I think we're not gonna have a script. We're just gonna come here with something on our minds, you know, and we're just gonna have a chat.
It's like record counselling, isn't it?
It is really.
Sit here and go, I need 30 white albums because this one's got a green label and that one's got a pink label and I can't get over it. and they all cost £5.
And that's what we're obsessed with, though, isn't it?
Yeah, is it all? Yeah.
But anyone who's listening is obsessed with.
And I think that's the obsession is. I mean, you was the first one to ask me when you was about 16. You said to me, Dad, why do you need 27 copies of I Want to Hold Your Hand? Oh, it's got KT tax code and JT tax code. It's got Lennon dot McCartney, Lennon dash McCartney without the brackets, with brackets.
John L. Lennon.
Yes.
Just go through them. Just keep getting them.
Yeah. Not forgetting the Rocky Raccoon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that
sleepless nights until I got hold of that. Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah. So that we're just gonna have fun, just chatting.
Yeah. I think that's the main thing, innit? We haven't got a script at all.
Well, that's good,
so
yeah.
Got subjects.
Barely know each other, in fact.
Well, let's talk about that. So, obviously, a lot of people might be here because of what we've done, kind of online and TikTok and Facebook. You know, we've gathered quite a following, and people love hearing Dad's stories and you know, about the kind of right dad movement that we've got going on. But they might not know who you two are as well. So let's. Why don't you just introduce yourselves, Chris and Tom, and obviously Dad, introduce yourself as well.
All right. Well, I'm Chris. I'm Dad's eldest son, and like you just said, I'm the one who talked him into buying a record shop. So we've always had music on in the background at home. We've always had records in the house. We've always had, I've had my own record collection for years, and then post-COVID, I could see that Dad was struggling with work and with working for the NHS after COVID. So we just thought, sod it, let's go look at a building. And that was it, wasn't it?
You found one, didn't you? Ben,
I found one.
Ben, you said...
Well, no, I found it before we had the conversation.
Yeah,
Dad, you got some backpacks as we go in.
Yeah.
That was right.
What are you doing tomorrow at 1?
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think that's what it was.
No,
I think and because we knew the landlord.
Yeah, and have you got a key ring?
Yeah. And it was. And it was because when we knew the landlord because we had the restaurant with him. You know what I mean? And he let's have the keys within within a week, and I dare I
It's like
say
a
I
fate
went.
thing, isn't it? Where you've got the worked with the landlord years ago.
Yeah.
So then
He's the owner of this building as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It was almost fate when we.
But it wasn't this building we was in.
It was
It
next
wasn't.
door.
It was bang on next door. So when we moved from next door to in here, obviously we didn't need a lorry, did we, to
But
move the stuff?
If you remember,
Yeah.
a couple of years before, we went to look at that other building, didn't we? That little one.
Yeah, we
opposite
did.
the
Yeah,
petrol
that little.
station.
Yeah, opposite the petrol station. Yeah.
So this has been in the pipeline.
Which is now a florist, isn't it?
Yeah, but this has been in the pipeline for years.
It's been
years.
years. Yeah, it's
Hasn't it?
been there for years. Yeah, we have.
So we went to look at the building, and it was a no-brainer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
As soon as we saw the building, as soon as we got the idea, we just thought we had to do it. So.
But then I said to you, didn't I? We're not got enough gear, not enough stock. You said we'll get the stock, Dad. I said, well, yeah, but we need 10 times what we've got.
People
Doesn't
will bring
matter.
it.
So we started I think we started it with about 1,200 records, didn't
Well, we started it. The opening stock was your record. Your record
was my collection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you kept about 20 for yourself.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, which
And I put all the ones on the wall that I didn't
Yeah.
want to sell.
Yeah,
And
they went in the first day.
first day. Well, do you know what? I don't need them.
I always remember your first day or so opening, coming in, and I hadn't long met. I'd known Chris and the boys. I'd not long met you, Dean. And one of the first questions you asked me, you ain't got a definitely maybe picture disc, have you? It's like that's because they're queuing down the streets for it, and I've sold mine 3 times.
Yeah.
And I think,
I don't know, mate.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, we did as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
So 2 of them definitely maybe picture this
Yeah.
on the first day.
On the first day, I know.
Yeah.
Oh dear. But
Yeah,
then I had my bucket list record or bucket list records. I've got 2, 3, 4 times over since I've had the shop, and they just they
Come
just
and go. That's
come
the
and go.
enjoyment, isn't it?
And that's the
Really,
enjoyment.
It's come and go.
I mean,
it's,
you've sold me your record collection, and with the
yeah,
prospect
twice
of
over.
getting it
Twice
back
over.
again, haven't
Only
you?
so I can buy it back. Yeah. There's no. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's. I was the same. I wanted all the. I like the Beatles. The misaligned apples, the Rocky Raccoons, the Dr. Robert, all those rarities, I suppose. And then once I got them, it was a bit like,
And
right, now
Oh, I
what?
got them now.
Yeah, now what?
What am I gonna do?
So yeah, back they come, and then the hunt starts again. The hunt for the little golden nuggets are the ones that.
Yeah, that's the most exciting.
That's what
thing about
I enjoy. Yeah, enjoy most about all.
I
of
think
it,
the
really.
funny- I think
the treasure hunting.
I think
Yeah.
the funniest thing was when I was driving to work one day, and Dermot O'Leary played "If I Can Dream" alternate tape, wasn't it? And I rang you,
Remember
and you
it.
immediately rang Tom, and I need a day off now.
Yeah.
all 3 of us called in sick.
Yeah, rang you.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was So
magic.
yeah,
But yeah, that's where the shop started. But me personally, my music taste varies from. I think everyone's sitting around this table, really, isn't it? Because I'm probably the one who listens to the heaviest music. So I'll go from like Slipknot to Eddie Cochran in a day, literally. So that's my sort of music taste. I'll listen to absolutely everything, apart from the Smiths at the moment. I've tried.
Dreadful,
I know.
That is literally the only thing that splits us.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. I really, really like you until we go. Have you
Until you mention-
heard how soon it is now? And he goes, not really for me, mate.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah,
That's,
it's all right.
that's a different podcast, I reckon. That's a different
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
We'll get to that. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
me. Dean's eldest son. Massive record collector, massive
music lover.
music lover, and a big range of music. Yeah. What about you, Tom?
Well, I'm Tom. I'm not Dean's son. At the minute, anyway.
Yeah.
So,
It can all change.
so yeah. So we're changing things with this podcast, so you never know. But so I've known, Chris, Dan, Jordan, and Elsie. I'll mention Elsie as well.
Yeah.
I've known all the family for years.
We used to
And
live opposite us, didn't
I,
you? Or used to
your
your
grandparents used to
live opposite,
basically,
didn't they?
for a big chunk of the year live on.
Where did they live?
They live. Well,
Top-
yeah,
top-
without
Bang opposite, yeah.
going out to an
Looks to the
international
right.
audience. I'm not going to give you an address, but we'll go. Where they are now, not
right.
far off.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, all them times we could play football for weeks,
Yeah,
couldn't we?
we
But
could've,
really,
yeah.
didn't they? Did we?
Yeah. You could have broke into Mum and Dad's house and nicked all his records.
Yeah, I know. Saved me a fortune as well.
It was you, was it?
This would never happen to an animal. But yeah, so I'm very. I'd say it's a bit of a strange music taste, really. I am heavy Elvis, as in like. If there's a record of him coughing, I'll be like, oh, I need that. Yeah, I've done Graceland, done Sun Studios, done all that.
But do you remember? Do you remember when we discovered the $1 Million Quartet?
Yeah,
that album, and the last track on that is Elvis leaving.
Elvis Farewell is called, isn't it?
Yeah. It just goes.
It's just people saying goodbye to Elvis, and we had it on about 6 times in a row, didn't we?
Yeah.
See if we could hear any,
and it was just like,
any discrepancies as we go.
Yeah. It was like, track 7. Yeah, he coughs, doesn't he?
Yeah, you heard that.
He coughs, yeah. I reckon he was ill.
Yeah.
And all bits like Elvis since forever, really. And then on the flip side to that, the Smiths, as we've mentioned. Big Oasis, all the Britpop era fan, the Verve, Stone Roses, and bands.
You're a big fan of the Leicester contingency as well, aren't you?
Kasabian. Yeah. I've only seen them 40 million times. I've seen them 6 more times as they've performed. So yeah. How about that? How about Serge, if you're listening? Yeah. So
and have you always collected records as well, or is it just?
And also the Beatles, thing? But yeah. So record for me, you know what? The disease, and it is a disease because it's an illness because you can't keep away. But I've always been a massive lover of music, and I'd always loads of CDs, as everyone did when we were sold the dream with CDs.
We sold the policy, weren't we? That's what it was.
Yeah,
CDs.
well, yeah.
We missold the policy. Yeah, I'm still waiting for Martin Lewis to come back and say, right, if you've been missold buying CDs, then you can contact us.
Compensation.
Yeah. Compensation for buying CDs.
I've got at least £7 waiting for me as well. But, so, where was I?
Collecting
CDs, records, yeah. So, it started, I said, I got, music's always meant a lot to me. And I said to my girlfriend at the time, now wife, I said, I need to move on to records because I used to play my grandparents' Elvis records and whatever else was back. So I just thought it was cool. It's it's a massive disc and you've got to put the thing on it and this happens and it comes out of there and it's.
You might get skip, you might not.
Yeah. If you put it on, if it's a 33, you put it on 45, it sounds different. It's all that
magic.
It's amazing. Yeah,
it is magic. It is magic. Yeah.
And
if you know how it works, please don't tell me. I want to keep the mystery alive.
Yeah, I ain't got a clue, mate. I'm a long way. Yeah. Like I say, it's an illness. It's not.
It is. Yeah.
As I say, so I said, I want to get into records. Let's do it. Probably looking at. Only 6, 7 years ago.
Right. Okay. Yeah. We got quite a hell of a collection, like from what we've seen. What you bought in for Dad and what you've bought from here.
Yeah. Like I say, it's just.
It does take over your life.
It is just. It's not love or passion. It is just addiction.
Obsession.
Addiction, obsession, and just always needing the next thing. I've always loved collecting things, but never like this.
I can remember you coming into the shop. They were saying, right, we need to have a chat now, Dean. I said, what's that? And I said, right, if I was to go before my wife, right, please look after her if she brings the record collection in here because as far as she knows, all I've spent is 60 quid.
She's 3,000 records sat at home. Yeah, she's like, they're worth nothing. That'll never. Won't even fill the car up that way. Yeah.
So I said, yes, I will. I will.
The bloke with a gun stood outside as well at the time. I thought, that's odd.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what about you, Dan?
Yeah.
Tell us about you. You're obviously the guy behind the camera, and you're in all our TikTok videos and all the Instagram videos, Facebook videos.
You're the voice.
This is the first time they're probably going to see you, apart from the Christmas video we made.
Yeah.
Christmas special, enjoyed that.
Yeah. Christmas special.
I saw that come on. I went.
Yeah. So what do you do, Dan? I know what you do. You're my brother. So what do you do?
Well, I'm Dad's middle son, obviously from the videos that you might have seen on TikTok and Facebook, wherever you consume your social media. And I'm the guy that says right, Dad, at the start of every video. We've been doing that for 9 months or so now.
I think so. Yeah. About that,
I think we put out our first video back in April or so.
Yeah.
And
just as a, should we try it?
yeah, we just did it as a little
Yeah.
try it thing.
I think
and,
one of our first one. What's the most overrated album?
I think we did Underrated first,
Yeah.
and we had
Overrated,
amazing
yeah.
Rhythm Aces and
Yeah.
some Imelda May stuff.
That's
And then we did
Imelda May. Yeah.
Overrated one, and I think just your personality was just so infectious. Everybody just loved it straight away.
How
Well,
many
and-
views did you get in the first couple
No,
of videos?
I remember.
100,000, 200,000 views.
No, I remember saying.
Amazing.
I remember saying
first
to.
few days.
I remember saying to Mum. I said to her, "Look, we've got 38 followers." I was well happy.
What are you on now? What are you on now, dude?
Nearly 90,000 now on TikTok. So it's
Them
so this
38
is-
are...
Yeah,
yeah.
them
Yeah,
38.
They're
Yeah.
still there.
4 of them are sitting here.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we all got asked to make them second accounts.
I think you said you got 5 of them.
Yeah, I got 5, yeah. Got Tom work, Tom home.
That's it.
But yeah, I'm obviously a music lover as well, and you know we all love records here, and me and Chris we play some music together as well. Chris is a guitarist, I'm a piano player, so you know music is kind of
our life, isn't it?
yeah, it's ingrained in us. It's in our blood.
In your DNA.
Yeah, it's in us completely. So, but yeah, I think this is the reason why these 4 people are going to work. I think because I think my music taste is quite different to you guys.
Absolutely.
I listen to a lot of kind of
From what I know,
yeah, kind of
What-
pop and
yeah.
alt stuff as well, and you know. I listen to a bit of hip hop as well, you know, a lot of singer-songwriter stuff, and you know, I know you guys love your rock and rolls and your indie stuff as well, and obviously heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know,
It's a big contrast to music, isn't it?
going
Yeah.
back to you know,
Some arguments
what
to be had,
makes-
isn't there, really?
yeah, what makes
Proper rows.
yeah, going back to like what makes us qualified. I think I'm probably not qualified in talking about Oasis, but I know you 3 definitely are.
Yeah, but we're not qualified
Maybe.
in talking about Frightened Rabbit, are
Exactly,
we?
yeah,
And
yeah.
beans on toast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Did you find
Beans-
the beans on toast, Dennis, by the way?
No, I was looking for that.
Oh, that beans on. I think that's mine.
Is it?
I bought one.
Did you?
Yeah.
I've got one as well.
Oh right, yeah. Record
you go.
store day one.
Big shout out to Beans on Toast.
Yeah, Beans on Toast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By the
Beans
way,
on
for
Toast.
those that don't know, Beans on Toast is
It's
a
an
musical
artist.
artist. We're not talking about the British dish.
And then that does bring you right back, because I'm sat here thinking, these guys are having a laugh.
Yeah.
So give beans on toast.
Yeah.
Not for
So
me.
Beans on Toast is a singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
Beans,
And he
cheese, and
released
toast,
an
maybe.
awesome 10-inch that I've been looking for ages, but I can't find it.
Yeah.
But that's the joy of having
Turns out it's at Dan's
50,000 records in a record shop, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm just a lover of music, you know, and love making music, love listening to music, and yeah, it's just I think this podcast is just it's just a bit more life to our TikTok channel and what we're doing with the Right Dad stuff, and
I think it's a little bit this podcast, how I see it, can be a little bit more personal as well.
yeah.
So obviously on the TikToks, all you see is a 1-minute clip of most overrated thing or most underrated, blah blah blah. Or
And you're given a
who's your
time.
top-
And you're given a
given
time as well.
limit. But on this podcast, we're going to be talking to you, and we're going to go into some personal stuff about our music taste, about music. We're going to talk about vinyls, and talk about records. And I think you'll really get to know us in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
I think I'll
But
get to know you
get
more.
to know.
won't we?
Yeah, we'll get to know
Get
each
to
other,
know
won't
each
we?
other
even?
more as well.
But
Yeah.
ultimately, it's about the vinyl, about
it's
the
about the
records.
vinyl,
It's
yeah.
about the records, because that's
About
what
the
we are.
records and the
We're a
music.
record shop, aren't we?
Yeah.
And I always said when we opened the record shop, you know, that we'd only have 24 letters in our alphabet because I didn't want to know anything about a C and a D. I don't want to do CDs, you know.
Yeah.
But we've got a few CDs in the shop. Do you know what I mean?
Loads of
Just to keep
CDs.
the
Got a bit of
keep them
AC/DC
happy.
over there
Yeah.
as well, I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, you know, it's ultimately about the
It's about
you
the
know,
music,
yeah.
about the records. We've got some cassettes at the back as well, haven't we? They're going to make a comeback soon.
Hey, guess what I found today? I found a Pixies cassette
Did you?
and His and Hers Pulp.
Ooh.
Wow.
I know.
Nice.
Worth finding that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was good. Very good.
There you go.
I just love them.
50,000
Yeah.
records in here, and he's excited about 2 cassettes that he found.
Yeah, down the back of the sofa.
I've got a melancholy, you know,
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah,
double at the back
Seen
and a
it.
door by the Smashing Pumpkins on
Yeah.
cassette. Yeah, I'm really excited about them because, you know.
We're only
I'll
on
come back.
Yeah, we're only on episode 1, and we're already neglecting records.
Yes.
Yeah. We're like 15 minutes in, and we're already talking about cassettes. And that's ignoring the James Bond VHS over there as well, isn't it?
The rest as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Where
yeah.
is that, by the way? I think I put
It's
it down
in the
under there, hiding
No,
it.
it's
I
right
think.
at the top of there, mate.
Oh,
Clock
no,
it
it's
every
not,
week.
no, it's not.
But those that haven't been in here, how would you describe this shop? It's not big, is it?
No.
It's
No.
bigger than our old shop.
Yeah.
But it's not massive.
No.
But on last count, how many records do we got?
When we did the stock take, I think it was obviously an estimate because we couldn't go around and count every single one of them. But we had about 14,000 just on the shop floor.
So 14,000 on the shop floor. We've got loads under the counter as well, haven't
Yep.
we?
Yeah.
We've got
Loads around the back.
loads out the back.
Don't forget, I've got a lock-up as
I was
well.
going to say you've got a lock-up, but also, if you go to your house, in my old bedroom, it's caked in records.
Yeah.
Your old bedroom,
Yep.
records. Elsie's old bedroom. Jordan's. It's almost like you couldn't wait for us to move out.
Yeah.
I needed you to move out.
Needed
The
the
reason you all
storage.
went and got them jobs at 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, lads. Go on. Go on, you big boys now. Go on. That's what it was. Yeah. No,
Get
don't
that
come.
rack
No,
in,
no.
Mum.
Yeah, honestly, don't come back.
Get that racking out. Go on.
Got to just get my bed out, please, at
Gaining,
first.
they've gone. Gaining, they've gone.
They've gone. Get the racking up. Yeah, in the garage. So we've got, I'm going to say we've got 50,000 records.
You reckon
I
50,000?
think so, yeah.
You know,
I think
we're
it's
not
probably
even
there.
counting singles there.
No, that's not even counting singles, no.
Singles.
We didn't do a stock check on the singles, did we?
No, we didn't
I
even
don't think
count
we did.
singles.
Didn't
no.
even count the singles.
What about individual discs? You got doubles, box sets,
Yeah, exactly.
individual
yeah.
discs.
Yeah.
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 Put them all on that.
The Smashing Pumpkins one up there. That's got
Let It Be
6 in
box
there,
set's
innit?
got 5 in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Sabbath one's got 8. Yeah, I think we've got. If
There's,
you
there's a
include
lot
singles,
of there's a lot of music here.
there's a lot of music. So yeah, if you were to describe the shop, there's a hell of a lot of music, but of everything though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So-
And we made a pact, didn't we, that we wasn't going to do it alphabeticalised.
Yeah,
We were going to do a genre.
everything's in genre.
So everything's in genre. So this area here is your blues and your 60s big groups like Beatles, Led Zepp, and then all your blues over there. You've got your new this week. Then you've got all your your psych stuff and Motown and stuff like that over there. We've got a bargain bucket there, and then across there we've got all indie going into the 80s.
And
Yeah,
when Dad says over there, nobody can actually see where you're pointing.
No, but-
because we're listening.
I'm
Yeah.
pointing. Okay,
Yeah,
I
we know
know.
what you mean.
I
So-
know. I'm gesticulating where it is in my head. All right.
Point being, we stock a little bit of everything, or
Yeah,
a
we do,
lot of everything.
Yeah,
don't
we do. Yeah.
And there's
Little
no
lot, yeah.
genre that we haven't really
No.
not got.
No.
I mean, unless you want to go down the Viking jazz folk
Something made
club.
up.
Yeah, so yeah,
Made up.
yeah. Then maybe we haven't, but we've got loads of hip hop, we've got loads of metal, we've got loads of indie, we've got loads of 60s, we've got loads of blues, we've got loads of 80s, we've got loads of Motown. You know, we've got a bit of everything, haven't we?
Yeah,
I was
wait
just waiting for your dad to go. Actually, funny you say that. I've had a Viking jazz box come in today. Lovely record. Look at this one. Yeah.
It's never been played.
Yeah, it came with a poster as well.
Rarely see the poster.
Rarely.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, isn't it? You
If
know,
it was a pull-out doll,
Oh,
you never see the poster.
you never see the poster in any of these rare records,
No.
isn't it?
No,
You never see them.
Well, let's talk about that because, Dad, this is kind of where me and Chris got our love for vinyl and records. Is that when we were kids, you got so excited about the tiny things like Pink Floyd records having a green poster rather than a blue poster, that kind of thing. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
tiny
Yeah.
things, but it's so exciting to see, how excited you were about those things. When did that kind of start for you, and why were you so excited about it? What was it about it, and why did you want to fill up the garage with thousands and thousands of records?
I think it started when I first heard it. When I first heard
Did the records.
when I first heard alternate takes. Right. It was when I first heard A Pocket Full of Rainbows by Elvis on the GI Blues album. And then I heard it again on Collector's Gold box set, and it was a completely different version. And that version was better than the one that they produced on the GI Blues album. You're thinking, how did this one get thrown in the bin?
Yeah.
You know, and then my hunt for other alternate takes was when it, you know, that's when it all started. And like when you get a White Album, you know, by the Beatles, and it comes with the 4 A4 pictures, photos of them, and a massive poster.
Yeah.
Right. And then I found one, and it had this A4 spacer.
Just a plain bit of white
just
paper.
Just a plain bit of white paper. And we chucked it away, didn't we? Because we thought it was just a... And then somebody told us, hey, have you got the spacer? What do you mean the spacer? It's that spacer that spaces the...
Goes between two
pictures. I went, really?
People want that.
Yeah,
it's just an A4 bit of paper.
And it's just a little bit less than an A4 bit of paper. And
Yeah,
I think it was that kind of thing that threw me a little, thinking, wait a minute, this is what makes this album complete.
Yeah.
You know, it makes this album complete. And then, you know, like we've said before about the Master's Reality by Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Never ever comes with a poster, because the poster's always on the kids' walls. And, you know,
but
when you do find a poster, it puts a value of plus 200 quid. And you're thinking, well, are you putting a value of 200 quid on that poster? Well, yes, I am, because it makes that complete. And I think everybody's on the hunt for these posters and these little postcards, like you said. And then, like we said a couple of weeks ago about that Green Mountain scene on the Canadian one, not the Italian one, wasn't it? Yeah, of Dark Side of the Moon. Why would they do that in a green rather than a blue? Who knows why they did that? But it makes it exciting. And I think it was that obsession with hearing a different alternate take to the one, and that being a better, was where my obsession started.
And then discovering there's another take.
Yeah, I know.
And another take.
And then you think,
another take.
What about when it's take 26, and then the next track is take 28, and then you've got to go and find take 27.
Who knows is it even out yet?
Yeah, it's in his sock drawer on a little...
Oh, is it still in the vault?
Yeah. Where is it? Just...
Yeah.
And I will say, Pocket Full of Rainbows, one that released, is probably the worst one.
Yeah, I think so too.
By a long way. By all 28 takes,
yeah. Well, they did that Cafe Europa box set, didn't they? With the whole CD of different takes of Pocket Full of Rainbows.
Yeah.
And you're
Blows
thinking...
your mind.
It blows you, and it changes your life, because you're thinking, wait a minute. Yes, I think that's where the obsession started, you know, and finding all those little nuggets, you know, because they are little nuggets, aren't they?
I remember going through the Elvis singles box set that we've got out the back, which is from your collection, and I was looking through. The first one's Return to Sender, second one's Return to Sender, third one, fourth, fifth, sixth. There's about 18 different Return to Senders in there, aren't there?
Different.
Every single one different.
We sat and looked at it a couple of weeks ago. We were like, I bet there's loads in here.
Only because I've learnt it off you, is that I picked him up and went, I know for a fact that he's going to be different. And looked at it and go, there's the... It's like Spot the Difference, isn't it?
I know, it is. And that's what it is.
I feel like giving it to the kids and saying, right, there's 18 different records there. Spot the difference.
Yeah.
Do they all sound the same? But people will say, do they all sound the same? Well, yes, they do. Why are you collecting 18 different
That is
copies?
the last thing we're worried about,
Yeah.
though.
I know how Return to Sender sounds.
Yeah.
And I tell you
Go on,
what,
add the CD.
Yeah.
But then, do you know what really upsets me? A lot when I was, let's say, obsessive about that, because I'm not so much now. More obsessive because I want to find them for the customers. But it's when you're looking at Discogs and you look at the picture, and it's a record label that you haven't got, and you say, right, I'll send that. I'll buy that for £2.50. It comes, and it's not the same record as they cut on the Discogs, because they use stock photos. I know they're doing it. It's a mistake that a lot of people have made, but it is a little bit upsetting.
It's annoying.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And it spoils it a little bit.
Well, you'd think it's a big corporation like Discogs.
Yeah.
It's such a big thing to have like different labels and just photos, decent photos.
Are we going episode 1, Discogs to allow us to take our own photos?
Well, this
I think so.
I know we want to move big,
but
taking on Discogs,
no, but Tom, listen, when you are buying a record off eBay, right?
Take a Rocky Raccoon.
99 times out of
Yeah.
99 times out of 100, you are buying that record that person has taken a photograph of.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, so
The thing with Rocky Raccoon is because of all this mispressing, I don't know how to spell it anymore. So I don't even know which one's right. I don't know which one's the rare one and which one's the normal one.
But going back to that, so talking about Discogs, that makes ultimately best thing to do is to come to a record shop.
yeah,
To buy a
absolutely.
record.
Yeah.
Because you got it in your hand.
Yeah.
You're looking at it, you're feeling it. We'll play it, won't we?
Yeah.
We'll put it on.
Absolutely.
We'll listen to it and clean it for you.
I've got 18 different copies of Return to Sender if
Yeah,
you
exactly.
want one.
Yeah. You have to buy them as
all
bulk,
available.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all Toms at one point.
Yeah.
Sold them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a good introduction to what we're about. This is Rockabuy Records, and have we got any final words to say before we
No,
before because I think we've got a lot to talk about. Even now, we've just
We
you
could
know,
go on, couldn't
yeah,
we, really?
we could
Isn't
go
it?
on and we could talk for ages. But
Introduction.
we
We
want
do a
to.
couple of days of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we want to keep a few episodes. We want to keep the Rocky Raccoon a separate episode. We could talk for 45 minutes about that, 100%.
We
just
done-
on
Yeah,
Rocky
'cause I
Raccoon.
was going to say we're doing 20, aren't we? So-
Absolutely. But I think I just want to thank everybody who's supporting us, right? Whether they come into the shop or whether you're supporting us through online sales or just supporting us through following us on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. And it really does warm our hearts when you come to the shop and you say, you know, we've come all the way from Dubai to see you. You probably haven't come from Dubai to see us, but you're
live in Dubai.
you're in the neighbourhood. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because you're on holiday and you've come to see us and you're taking selfies with us, and it really does make our day because we're just doing something. It just makes us think we're doing something right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I'll tell you what I loved, actually, just while you're on about that. The thing was we went to Arctic Monkeys at the Ricoh Arena, Coventry, and this was when TikTok it was May, so you'd only been going TikTok like 6 weeks, and someone came up and went, "That's right, Dad," like that. Ricoh Arena, like 50,000 people there or something like that,
Can we
watching
get a selfie?
The
a
Arctic
questionable
Monkeys,
Arctic Monkeys gig, going, "That's Dad."
Right, Dad. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
but
what
that's-
it's
and then
But that
start talking about start talking about records for the while we were waiting for
Yeah.
Arctic Monkeys to come out.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's
I
what
just
this
love that.
podcast is about.
On our on your stag weekend
Yeah.
in Liverpool, we got accosted twice, didn't we, by people?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Why have you not put what do you call it on there? The first Clash album as the best punk album.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from? Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
People
was good
chasing
fun.
you because you don't
Yeah.
like Joy Division. Oh,
Yeah.
God, that was a
No. You forget you've misinterpreted what I've said. Right? Most overrated album, Unknown Pleasures. Didn't mean I don't like Joy Division because I like Closer. You know. I just can't get into the Unknown Pleasures.
yeah.
But hey, that's another story.
Yeah, I
So
think-
it's a story for another day.
Yeah. That kicked it off anyway, didn't it? The Unknown Pleasures. God.
Yeah.
That's
That really was
Yeah.
the point, especially when you came back for a second episode. Said, "Look, I've cracked a new one. I've done it.
Played it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've played the
Yeah.
all that." And then you went, "Yeah, I still don't like it."
So yeah, for those that don't know, we are kind of we love doing a few TikTok videos and a few stuff for Facebook. And if you do want to support us without spending any money with us, you know, the best way to support us is come into the shop and just buy some records. You know, we've got
Well, just
stuff
come and
that's-
say hello to
come
us.
and say
'cause
hello.
Have a chat.
You know, we've got records here for anywhere from £1 all the way up to the the big rare records, and we've got some real good stock as well. You know, some real expensive stuff. So best way to support us is come and say hello, see what we're about. Come and spend your money with some. If you haven't got any money or you live too far away, just go and watch our videos on TikTok. Follow us on Facebook. You know, share a post every now
Send
and
us
then.
a message.
Yeah, send us a message. You know, it costs absolutely nothing to just say hi. You know, we appreciate it, don't we? You know,
We do.
You know, although we've kind of garnered a bit of a following online, we're still just a little company, aren't we? We're
Yeah,
not
just a
even
little
that. We're
record.
just
It's still
just,
the
you know.
old hairdressers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people
And
in
Dean's record. I'll just say, yeah, I was.
but people in Oakham,
Brilliant.
I reckon. So Oakham has about 20,000 people that live here.
Yeah.
I reckon 15,000 of them don't even know that we're here.
No.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And Oakham's not a big place where we are. Do
No.
you reckon?
Yeah.
All right.
You
Let's say
reckon
let's say 75% of people in Oakham don't know that we're here.
Yeah.
No, that's right.
And I don't know whose loss that is. Well, it's obviously their loss, isn't it?
It is. I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's their loss. And I think this podcast will be, I think you'll get to know the real us as well. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot more personal. We'll talk a lot more about intricate music and all the details that go with it.
Yeah,
I love that
absolutely.
it's just going to it'll just unfold when it and then eventually it'll all come down to the poster anyway. So
Yeah.
It will all come down to the poster.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
or the heart sticker on the front, $4.99 in 1985. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
I had this. That's a classic, isn't it?
Yeah,
People
I
who
had
come in
this.
the
Yeah, 38 quid now, mate.
Yeah, I used to like Sgt. Pepper's, but then I lost the insert. Then I can't listen
Yeah,
to it.
smoke.
Every day.
I'll smoke the insert. Yeah.
So well, thanks for tuning in, guys and girls, and join us for episode 2. We'll be talking a little bit about the Beatles and a little bit about their first few records. This has been Off the Record. My name's Dan. That's Chris, Tom, and Right Dad himself. My dad Dean, and we will catch you on the next episode. Bye for now.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.